Hello everyone, you can call me Hallie, and today we're doing something a little bit different from usual. Today we are attempting the Minecraft movie build challenge. Is it 1:30 in the morning? Yes. Well, are we going to have fun? Maybe. We'll see. Now, I have no illusions about winning or anything of that sort. But I just want to try, do my best and see where it goes. So here we go. Okay. Here we are. See what we've got to work with. I mean, clearly have our block build right here. And over here, just kind of all the rules and the guidelines I have to follow. Now, oh, I see they've got all the allowed blocks here, so I know what I can and can't use. Mobs. In the woods. Awesome. I was a little worried that I'd have to remember off the top of my head. So let's fly. Glass. Wool. Got copper. I definitely want to use copper. Yeah, so what I've got for my idea is basically I want to build a little whimsical house with a wizard hat on top. And I have no idea how I'm going to pull that off, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to begin by leveling this all out. Then I'll see you all in a minute. Alright, here we go. Nice flat grass to work with, and if this doesn't turn into grass by the time we're done, then I will be replacing it myself. Anyway, let's get started with the base of our lovely little wizard's hut here. We are going to do our best to make this circular. And that ain't centered in any way. How's that look? That might be centered, but I thought that was a creeper for a second. Just a camera. We want a little less flat edges, so we're gonna go down a bit there. And one block there. 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 2, 3, 4. One block there. One block there. There. 2, 3, 4. Whoop. And there. One there. There. 2, 3, 4. One there. One block there. How does that look? Looks pretty good. Yeah, it's actually centered, which is pretty impressive. So with that being said, start building up the walls. I think they'll be 4 or 5 blocks high. And we'll add in a bit of a gradient with some of the other blocks here. I am so fond of this double click thing. It is so much nicer than just having to separately break in place. And all it is you just click both the left and the right click buttons about at the same time, but make sure you hit the left button first. Otherwise, you will have bad times. That one did not work, and I don't know why. Then we're going to do the same thing with the spruce. I think we'll go up to 5 blocks for this. Go and even it out one more time. We have got ourselves the beginnings of a lovely little wizard hut. I am going to go over it one more time once I finished with this, just to make sure I like the look of the gradient as it stands right now and mess with it as needed. Yeah, like this is all the same like 3 times in a row. Why? That's not good. That's better. Maybe we'll incorporate a tiny bit of oak, but I'm not sure. That looks pretty nice. That also looks pretty nice. I might knock it up by 2 like that. That gives it a bit more variation. Let's do something right here. Yeah, that's good. That's alright. Okay, cool. And now we're gonna destroy it for the sake of a door. We'll build a door here and just the, there we go, that's good. And inside. Windows on either side. Okay, so I have brought out the corresponding logs. And at points around the walls, I'm going to drop in something like that. That might be better up here though. Yeah. Over here. First, it's all gonna have to be up here near the top because birch logs don't match up with the birch stripped wood as well, so it be what it be. We'll replace that in a minute once I feel like going and getting the blocks for it, because I just tossed them back into the creative inventory where they have vanished into the depths. And whether or not we ever find them again is up to debate and mystery. Aren't we having fun, guys? There we go. How does that look, guys? That looks much more interesting to look at. Still doesn't look like much, but we have to wait until we can get all of the shapes in place, and then we can start detailing along. And now we gotta do the rest of the hat itself. I kind of want to go with something stone. I really wish we had like calcite and diorite at our disposal, but we don't. That's a band block. So I'm gonna look at maybe some tough material. The polished or the bricks. Maybe some of the plain as well. But yeah, let's get some tough stuff. Pun intended. And we're gonna start experimenting. Blocks in hand, off we go. I'm gonna... Oh. Yeah, we can just add like another piece of copper under there so it looks okay. Imagine if they had quarter slabs. Of half slabs. well, not instead of, but alongside half slabs there was quarter slabs, which was kind of, it would be just like the top half of the stair. What I'm thinking of. That would be cool. Don't you think that would be cool? That's something I'd like to see. Quarter slabs. What I probably should do is try and figure out something with dirt and then build off that framework. That's probably what I should do. But I kind of also want to wing it and see what happens. Go. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't, who knows. That's the fun of this. We're experimenting. Now I do want the wizard hat to flop over a bit. But I need to be careful about which direction it flops in. Because there's so much space we got here. So we got, how much space have we got here? We've got like maybe one block over here. We got a little bit more here. We got the same amount as what's over there over here. I might make it just flop back a bit. Try the plan. I have never done anything like this in my life. I just have a vision in my head. And a little bit of an insane streak. So I am literally winging. You guys watch. Might be a good thing, that might be a bad thing. I don't know. So, for getting it to curve a bit, we're gonna do that, I think. Yeah. That's kind of coming together. Repeat that on the other side. Over here. Just like that. I think it's quite the same, but it's the same enough. Go. Something. Another layer. Words. That. Do we want that to be stairs? Or full blocks? I might go full blocks on this one. Yeah. Just have a bit of variation in the levels, I guess you could say. Because if it's uniform, then I don't think it's gonna look quite as good. So there you have it. Keep figuring it out as we go. And something will come together, I can be sure of. Why did I suddenly switch to stairs there? That wasn't the plan. Yeah, I switched to stairs just randomly. I was kind of talking about them. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Be the tip of the hat. I can get it to look right. Absolutely not. Alright. Put some slabs down there. Yeah. Will that work? Yeah, you'll let me do that. Of course you will. I mean, we could. I actually kind of like it like that. All right, so now all we gotta do is finish off the top, which should be fun. We're actually going back to stairs this time. It's coming together, actually. I was not expecting that, but I'm really happy about it. Need a little more on the back just to have it nice and even. Fill it out a little more so it makes sense. What that? Ooh, I like that. Get rid of that block right there. There we go. Hey, it doesn't look half bad. Doesn't look half bad actually, guys. Pretty pleased with that. Alright, so I replaced the weathered copper with granite here because I think that looks a lot better. The weathered was a little bit too green, so it kind of clashed. We've got the basic shape of our little wizard hut in place now, so now we're going to work on some details. And the first one of those is helping out the hat a little bit. We want this and this to create a little bit of texture here and there. So I'm just going to start going around and clicking there, clicking there, clicking there, clicking there, I think. Yeah. Clicking there, clicking there. Ooh, I'm liking this. Clicking there. Clicking there. No, not there. Clicking there. Clicking there. Click. Not there. I should get the regular ones back. Clicking there. And then I'm gonna come over here. Here I'm gonna say. Have a setting on. Every once in a while, it will just like toggle my movement just on. And then I don't stop moving. And it's a little annoying. Especially when you're playing a game where you need to not walk off an edge. That happened. I'm mad about it. Go, we're gonna add in, not there. Well, now it has to be there. There we go. And then say one bit over here. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty fancy now. a little bit so we don't have like any wide open blank spaces. That would be nice. Oh, and one more there. One more right there. Not that. That. There we go. There we go. Ooh, actually. We gotta go up right here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There we go. I'm pretty good. Now that that's done, we need to come over here and do the windows and the door. And for the windows, we're going to do good old white stained glass panes. The door. What do I want to do for the door? I don't want to go cherry wood, but also maybe we blend it in and do oak instead. Yeah. I think the oak looks best, so we're going to stick with that. All right. So next, do some lighting. I just found out that I am not allowed to use shelves, so unfortunately there will be no window shutters. There's a little sad about, but we're just gonna do this and it looks pretty good. And maybe I can put some trapdoors under the windows here and we can put some plants on them. Because what I do have access to is quite a lot of plants. And I'm excited for that. Over on the other side here. Awesome. And we've got some lanterns here. We're going to put those, hang those wherever they will go. I'll go right there. Oh, hey. I was not expecting that to be even, but it is, so we're all good there. That looks pretty nice. Wonder if I can just set some up here around the hat. That looks pretty nice. Put some over here. Yeah. One more. Right there. I kind of like that. Might be too much, but I like it. And we're actually not quite done with the hat yet. I have access to deep slate. And we're going to make a bit of a forced gradient. So, let's see. Have access. These. We might need those, but I'm not sure. We can always come back to them later. So I'm going to get rid of the lanterns real quick. We're just going to go around the bottom here. Start replacing things. I wonder if tiles would help out here. No. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm pretty pleased with how that came out. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go in and do the floor real quick. Even though this isn't going to ever be seen from the inside, I do want to make sure whatever you do see through the windows looks nice and finished. Again, I have no delusions about winning, but that does not mean I'm not going to try. If I don't get rid of those, they will start floating, and then I'm going to end up with too many doors in my inventory. It has happened before. Awesome. That makes it look pretty nice, so I'm going to put the doors back real quick. Now that we have an actual floor. And then it's time for the plants. Now as for the leaves, I'm not quite sure about that, but we'll come back to it in a minute. So about the leaves, I'm going to start kind of like having it build up here like this. Maybe like hang down off the edges of the hat. And like this. Oh, there, that's not gonna work. There. I did put in the deep slate. It wasn't quite as dramatic as I hoped, but I do like how it looks, so it's staying. So we're gonna go over on this side. Nice. Kind of like gives it a little highlight. So there's the illusion of shading. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Placing a lot more than I thought I would. I'm starting to come over to the other side here and do one right around here. But we're gonna go this way. And down. Down 3. I was just gonna go over 1. I like it. It's kind of looking a little overgrown. I quite like that illusion. Now we gotta go back to this mess. And take all of this out and start over. I did say we were gonna do flower boxes, though. So I want to mess around with that, and I thought that was another Enderman. Oh my dear good. I'm... Hey, that's something. I am gonna change it, though. I'm gonna try... Either these... or these. No, I definitely want to try out these. There we go. Guys, isn't the pick block button so useful? Floating, I'm not crouching, but that's still working. That's something. Never heard of the like. Oh, that looks a lot better. What if I stacked them? Can I stack them? I cannot stack them. Oh well. It was worth a shot. We're gonna scatter some more azalea bushes around the side. This. Looks looking pretty good to me. The color scheme I've got going on, I don't think flowers are going to work out. But we can have some grass. I'm going to incorporate some grass. Go, we're going to come back here. Nice, 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 nice. Adding to the vibe. And that needs fixing. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I'm actually really loving this, guys. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, this is lovely. Lovely. I'm actually loving this. There we go. I'm really not sure what else is left for us to do. It would be really cool if I could have a tree. And if, imagine you just like came wandering along and you found this in the middle of the woods. That would be... There we have it, guys. We built ourselves a little cozy little cottage here. And now, I'm going to submit this. And by the time you watch, we might know the results, we might not know the results yet. So there we go. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time.